Hello. So we are here. We're gathered together. This is my group of gutsy women. We have been gathering together since April 2020, and we started working through The Artist's Way together. And we went through that book. What is it, like three times, you guys? Did we go through the book three times? And then we moved on to the sequel of that book, which is Walking in This World. And because we were already gathering today, I asked if I could just hit record and ask any of these lovely women if they wanted to share what morning pages, the practice, developing and maintaining the practice of morning pages has maybe just a couple ways that it's benefited them. Anybody want to go first? Just unmute yourself and go.
I'll go. So I think for me, I know like the whole idea of coaching is that it kind of gets you out of your head, right? You have all these things coming at you and you kind of need to stop and somebody will support you in that. And I feel like for morning pages, it's like my own little personal coach, it makes me stop. It makes me take those things that are piling up that feel like voices screaming at me all over the place, right? And actually put them down, and it gives me perspective. And then I can look at these things and be like, oh, that's not so bad. And it's really just the focus on solutions that really feels really empowering. So that's why I love morning pages.
I love that perspective, Jill. That's awesome. Yeah, it's like having your own coach at your fingertips. It's the thing is we know the answers most of the time. We just don't take the time to search them out in that way. Anybody else? Go for it, Christina.
Um, I think as someone who's kind of hyper creative, my mind has so many ideas going on at all times. It's really a good way for me to sort my thoughts, whether I'm blocked or angsty or I have so many ideas. It's a way to capture my ideas and also work out any blocks in a tangible way because it's very hard to work through a creative fog when I can't see or catalog or sort through my own ideas and thoughts. And so this is a really productive way to capture, good and bad. So I can just kind of see it. And whether I look at them again or not, it just really also gives a certain solidification of creativity and the topics around my own creativity or just life in general. So in that way, and I'll admit, it's not always a morning page, it's not always three, it's just, but the writing itself, the process of putting, like I like like I have a pencil I like, and I just write on loose leaf paper. There's a feeling also, a tactileness that's nice, and it just pulls out more ideas and more creativity, like a tap of just flowing thoughts. So a very good tool for me in that way. And I aspire in the morning 3 pages one day, but baby steps. So anything is good, even if it's literally a sentence, it's good.
I love that. And you give us permission to, Christina, to find a way that works for you. It doesn't have to be any special notebook or any special pen. It can be loose leaf paper and a pencil. If that is what resonates with you, it can be anything. Yeah. Anybody else? Go, Clarice.
Well, yeah, I think originally we talked about it being just a huge brain dump in the morning, and I find that my mind is going. There's all these questions and stuff, and I get up, and there's a certain routine to it, like you were saying earlier, where I get up. This is what I do. I get it done, and not always 3 pages, not every morning, not all those things, but as much as I can. And for me too, it doesn't have to be some, at first I thought it had to be some great, you know wonderful writing thesis kind of thing. It doesn't. It just, some days I just write, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, or I don't know what to write, I don't know what to write. But there's a really cool feeling when you always say when the pen and the paper and the way it flows and how it makes you feel. For me, it's almost like a meditation, because I'm just sitting there and I'm doing it, and it's flowing and it's flowing, and it's been a really, really good practice for me. So I would really encourage people to try it. I know that you know, when someone tells you you have to do 3 pages and do it every morning, you say, I don't want to. But if you just try it, I think you will like it.
I love that, Grace. Somebody recently mentioned to me, I know you have a ritual. Well, I don't know if you call it a ritual or not, but it seems like a ritual in the morning. I'm like, yeah, it's totally a ritual. I can't imagine getting up and going on with my day without doing that. Just like I can't imagine getting up and going on with my day without brushing my teeth or, getting my cup of coffee or whatever it is that I do. It is part of my morning routine. All right. Anybody else? Go
I'll
ahead.
just, oh, I'll just say, I have struggled with the morning pages and trying to come up with 3 pages of thoughts because, as Clarice mentioned, sometimes I don't want to write this, I don't want to write this. But what I have discovered for myself is that morning pages create a bit of structure and discipline for my morning, just like, getting up and brushing your teeth or whatever. And the days when I do my morning pages just seem to flow better. Not necessarily because of what I'm writing, because that doesn't always make much sense. It's not 3 pages. It is sometimes just what I was dreaming about, or whatever. But it just seems to make the day go better. And I think of it as I'm doing it, sort of like a morning meditation, or of calming my brain down so that the rest of the day has some type of forward motion instead of just waking up and staying and being in a slump all day. It gets me motivated in some type of unknown way. And I find that the days when I do my morning pages are just better. So I encourage people to try it, and don't be too hard on yourselves about what you write or how long or anything, but just attempt, and you'll be amazed when you're done at how, oh, I did that. Yay. And then you just go for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
So
Awesome, Lori. I love that too. It's like one tiny success, and it's not tiny. Sometimes it's a Herculean effort to get me to get up and do that. But one success builds on another, and it is awesome. It doesn't seem to track why it makes the rest of the day go better, but it always does. Kira, I saw your hand up. You want to go next?
Well, I love what everyone said, and I just feel like for me, morning pages have really helped me to achieve some things in my life. I feel like by writing writing my dreams down, and sometimes I'll write things and think that'll never happen. I'll write it down, or like things that might even be like something that is a monumental goal or something like that, actually has come true. Because and I find that sometimes in my morning pages I'll be repetitive, and then when I review them, like I moved from Southern California to Northern California, and I definitely think it's because of morning pages. And because I kept writing out all of my thoughts, and eventually it kind of made them real. I guess maybe that's what it is. It makes it real. And it also helps to put me in the right place. I think it makes me a more humble person. I think that I'll write things out about feelings about things, and things about that I might be struggling with. And for some reason, for me, it always hits me spiritually. Like I always get an answer from the universe, or whatever you might believe in. I get an answer, and and then I also choose in my morning pages to do things about write things about gratitude, to try to remember like things that I'm grateful for the day. So I really feel like it helped me to start an art business. I feel like it helped me make a move, and I feel like it's made me better with other people, because I feel like I can get it on the page instead of saying things that might be hurtful to myself and to others, I guess. So, I mean, for me, it's just, it's a lifeline. I feel like I'm a salesperson right now, but it's been truly a lifeline.
I love that. Yeah, it is. It's uncanny to me how the answers come even before I know how to formulate the question. And there's this magical point at about page 1.5 that is this sort of sweet spot I find when I'm doing the 3 pages. About page 1.5, I'm really getting deeper into like the what of the what of the why, the why of the what, right? It's the core of it. It makes sense. Heidi, do you want to finish this off with anything?
No, I think you all said it all. It was amazing. Yeah, meditation, mind clearing, life saving, all of those things. Yeah, definitely. I recommend, and I'm glad I got back to it with this group. And yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, it truly doesn't make, again, it doesn't make logical sense to me why putting pen to paper does the super valuable changes and shifts and serenity and sanity, right? All of those things. It doesn't make sense why it does that, but it really does. It's a wonderful tool. And if you're watching this, you're probably wondering if you want to participate in this challenge, and I encourage you to, or maybe you're in the midst of this challenge. I'm not sure when I'm going to post this video, but I'm so glad you ladies were here and able to answer and just sort of give a little testimony, right? Your preach testimony on what morning pages have meant for you. And I'm so glad to be on this journey with you.